Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal weekend here. And as we go ahead and we get ready for the big week ahead, I just want to remind you there's so many opportunities that are going to be coming up now in the coming months and really, frankly, all of 2024. As you guys know, 2023 has been my best year in modern memory from trading and investing, and 2022 is my best year before that. A lot of great things happening there. And it's because I'm using these same tools and strategies that I've been sharing with you in various sessions, like at the Wealth 365 Summit. And to be honest, yes, it's been a while since I've shared a lot here publicly, especially like from July to October. I didn't do a lot of public classes in that, but don't worry, we're going to go ahead and change that here now. But the thing is that what I want to do is kick off by bringing us back. Speaking of the Wealth 365 Summit, you recall when I was speaking, I believe it was during Ralph's presentation on Monday of the kickoff Wealth 365 Summit. I once again reminded you of what's happening here with this whole head and shoulders, right? We had the neckline. And in fact, we had Ziad come out and talk to you about the head and shoulders back here in August timeframe as well. I discussed it with him before he shot the video. So I know he went out and shared that with you, and it's been something we've continued to talk to you about since then, including where I mentioned it at the Wealth 365 kickoff day, first session of the week. So that's why it's so important not to miss important events like that, because what happened? Well, sure enough, we held that neckline, came right back up there and hit it, and then rolled over and died a horrible death. So dead on with that analysis there. And what's happening is in all of that, the whole head and shoulders came out of course, super important negative divergences that were taking place here as well. We were making higher highs in prices, but not higher high underlying important tools to me. And then we rolled over and went to the sell side with what we call throttling, which means after a pullback, we expect what? A lower low, right? And we sure got that as well. So just a host of sell signals after sell signals after sell signals here for quite some time as we transition out of all that wonderful bullish buy signals over here, then transitioned over into the sell side here, and we've been focusing for obvious reasons very heavily on that. So with that, we know that the daily charts are in the sell side. So what does that mean that we're looking to do from there, right? Means that basically we're looking for primarily short side trades. Now, to be fair, there's plenty of long side trades, especially when you talk about inverse ETFs. There's also other types of underlying equities that are long side too. I'm going to talk to you about that in a class I'm doing on Wednesday here. But so there's still plenty of long side. So if you can't short, that's okay. There are a lot of opportunities to the long side too, and I'm going to cover those very heavily. But remember, a lot of this was actually forecasted outside of that head and shoulders I just showed you way back, if you recall. In fact, it was a class just like the one I'm doing next Wednesday here, where I had actually mentioned at the end of 2021 the big negative divergence that we had in the real estate market. I did literally an event just like I taught you. I'm going to teach you this Wednesday, is where I made that big announcement at that time. And here we are a couple of years later. The market has not gone ahead and looked back, and in fact just had its lowest low right back over here. We had throttling after a pullback. It means we're expecting a lower low, and we just got that lower low. So it's beautiful to see all this work on these up markets, sideways markets, downward markets, all kind of come together and continuing to do exactly what they need to be doing. So just before we get to the big class on Wednesday, we're going to go into a lot of these things more detailed. Just understand what I'm doing with all this, since we have the hourly charts, or the daily charts, excuse me, in that downtrend on that sell side. We have the hourly charts here that have primarily been focusing on the sell side as well, even into Friday here, where while the color changed, the trend did not. So that it was still sell side there, as you can see. But we had all sorts of powerful signals firing off here throughout last week. We had champion setups, pro RTs, we had acceleration alerts, rapid trade identifiers. We have green dots in a downtrend. And what do those mean? Well, if we break below a green dot in a downtrend, it means I want to get short again. If we break below green dots in the downtrend, okay, or yellow side buy side dots in a downtrend. Those are fresh re-entries. And so what you can see here, the hourly chart was this pure sell, and then we're bringing it right down to a 1 minute chart. We had the champion setups and pro RTs going ahead and firing off here. So right in there is a champion setup, that big red bar. There's the yellow pro RT. We had acceleration alerts and rapid trade identifiers. What does all that mean? It means a whole lot of selling, gang, okay, is what that means. And this was just on Friday here. And so what did this market do? It just over the next several minutes, it dropped over 30 points, like on the NASDAQ. You had $600 a contract in a handful of minutes. Then what did it do? It broke below the green dots in a downtrend. And what did that do from that point? That was right around the 14,300 level. It turned right around in the next few minutes and dropped down there over 40 more points, another $800 a contract. So you get the point. $600, $800. Then, of course, it went down because we had throttling here, which means after a pullback, we expect a lower low. This continued even lower. We also had the combination of like the stochastic spike strategy that I've taught you at like the Well 365 summits, for instance, before. Great places after those short-term pullbacks against the predominant trend, looking for the resumptions back down. So we're going to try to pull all of this together for you. Again, the class I haven't done in approximately 6 months now. So make sure you go ahead and come, because these are really powerful tools and a culmination of my life's work. And so I want to bring all this together for you because it's just been such a wonderful 2023. And I want to go ahead and make sure that you guys are a part of this, not just for the rest of 2023, but also 2024. Because if you think there were opportunities in 2022 and 2023 here, just wait till you see what's coming up here with the election year, the geopolitical environment that I've continued to warn you about here, the real estate market, precious metals, the stock indices, individual equities. The amount of opportunities and risks, if you're on the wrong side of that, are incredible. And so I want to go and bring all that together for you. So if you go to becomeabettertrader.com/go, becomeabettertrader.com/go, I'm going to do a class I haven't done in approximately 6 months now. 6 months. And like I said, from July to October, I didn't even really do any public events there, but let alone something as powerful as like culmination of my life's work type event. That only happens once or twice a year. And like I said, it's been about 6 months. So make sure you join me for this very special event. It's becomeabettertrader.com/go, because you have to know these things. There's so many incredible opportunities, long side, short side. So no matter who you are, there's something available for you in these exciting markets. I'm going to show you how to find those things. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend here, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the very special events Wednesday morning. Take care. And again, that's Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. So mark your calendar now. You won't want to miss that. All right, gang. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you shortly. Take care now. Bye-bye.